us about your heat today.
Tell us about your heat today.
It was a pretty good heat. Thankfully, I kind of had a taste of it in Memphis a couple weeks ago. So running with Agate and Michaela, so that was a little good. So there wasn't too much kind of thinking that I needed to do beforehand, just because I literally raced with them. It was a good heat. I think we got out how I kind of anticipated. I'm glad that it was a little bit faster rather than being slower. And I think it just felt really good. I think I ran it how I usually run a 800s, or how I've been running it in the past couple of years, where I just could come back a little bit easier. So it felt pretty good. I'm happy with that. Yeah.
What was your emotion running across the finish line?
Motion?
Emotion, yeah.
Oh, I mean, I was happy. I feel like that I had a lot of anticipation this year, or this, far into the season, of just going out and just running a good race, having a good race, and kind of having what I felt would be kind of a breakthrough moment. I think both mentally and physically. I felt really happy with this. I'm just glad that it kind of finally came together. I know I still have a few more rounds, and we're still working towards being perfectly in shape, but I think I'm here and I'm ready to compete, so I'm going to give what it takes to make the team.
How close do you feel to being at that level that you expect?
I think we're much closer, way closer than how I started. I think we had to get a couple of weeks of training and just overcoming a couple of obstacles mentally, and so I think it's a good opportunity to be here and be able to have these 3 rounds, and obviously the USA's where it's a bit more heightened of a meet, so I think it's going to be really helpful for me in leading up to the end of the summer, or the fall, I guess.
Do you feel like you're going to keep sharpening as you go through the rounds?
Of course. I think that's what happens every year of running at USA's, is you take it round by round, and each time you inevitably get faster, because you're first of all running with really fast girls, but then as you progress through the rounds and get through semis and finals, you just have to be a harder runner, harder fighter. So I think these are definitely going to help me kind of get back to feeling entirely like myself.
Running too flat here, I wonder how that felt for your body, especially a little bit faster than what you did in Tennessee.
Yeah. Well, I actually ran a little bit faster in Tennessee. I ran 2 flat 45. So I think it felt, I could say that this felt better than how I felt in Memphis. I feel like it took a lot more out of me to run that 2 flat versus here. It felt way more comfortable. So I'm hoping that, as we go through the rounds, it just feels more and more easy and faster and just better overall.
You mentioned some sort of mental blocks this year.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're willing to open up at all about what you've been dealing with, or if you've been able to make any breakthroughs mentally this year.
Yeah, I feel like there's been a lot of breakthroughs. You guys can imagine, if you guys just even looking from the outside in, I've had a pretty tough year last year with injuries, along with the fall at Olympic trials. That was a kind of big thing. And so I think just coming back into this next season, of course, there's these past obstacles that I had to deal with that kind of come into this next year. And I think just being out and being able to just run and just entirely be myself and feel myself, I think is what helps the most to get over those obstacles, and just in terms of kind of refreshing and restarting. And so that's kind of what's been the goal search for this past year, is just getting back to the norm, because the past 2 years have been a little bit challenging.
Did you get a full build-up starting from this winter, or were you behind it all because of the injury last year?
Oh no, I had a full build-up. We were good to go in the fall with fall training and indoors. We kind of had the progression that we wanted to. It was a great season. We've had the progression that we wanted to have in terms of training early, getting ready for the races that we need to be ready for. And so I had a full season. I think it's just been a lot of, like I said, the mental side of it that I had to kind of get over, and also being out here and racing with really fast girls and athletes.
Were you doing some work in that off season to kind of build up that mental, so you're prepared for 2025?
Yeah, I had a great support system that are all just kind of helping me get back on top of things, even going into now. It's not a one fall, one season thing. It's an ongoing thing that always happens. I think that's for every athlete. I can say the same thing is it takes a team, and it doesn't happen with a blink of an eye or a snap of a finger. It takes actual genuine work to get to the next side. And so, yeah, I definitely had a good team around me that's just been helping me do what I need to do in order to be in the right place. And this is where we are right now, and we're hoping to compete really great and, like I said, make the team. But I'm taking it one race at a time, as I've always done, and seeing where it goes.
Did you think coming into the year it was going to be as tough as it had been, or did you only realize that sort of midway through it was going to be a difficult year?
I'm not sure. I mean, I think with having the experiences I've had, I think it just came with whatever we were handed off with. I think as we were progressing through the season and we actually recognized where we are mentally and physically, it was the knowledge of this isn't as great as it is, or this is as great as it can be. So I think it's as you're walking through the season, which is what it kind of was for me. Not really in the beginning thinking that this would happen, but just something that kind of came with it. So just had to deal with it as we went.